So just let me know when we're going.
Oh, we've been rolling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's the intro. That's that's the intro.
So I thought I'd pick a song and kind of go through and explain sort of what's happening in the switching and what's happening in the signal chain. I'm using a 2020 Epiphone Les Paul Custom bone stock. We have a Peavey Classic 50 running through an orange PPC 212. It comes from the guitar into the Polytune 2 tuner. From there it goes into this Chicago Stompworks green ringer. If you don't know what a green ringer is, it's the octave up of an octave fuzz. It's basically the little sister guitar solo sound. From the green ringer it goes into the Boss MS3. Then in the first loop I have the Earthquaker Devices plumes. It's basically a tube screamer, really good one. You get a couple of modes. I use it in the clean setting mostly, just to kind of get the EQ curve of a tube screamer. I don't add a lot of gain with this. It's mostly boost and EQ. So in the second loop, I have the Way Huge Saucy Box. That's also basically just an EQ boost. This one's a little more full frequency, whereas the plumes tends to be more kind of mid-humped. And then the third loop is the Distortron. The Distortron is basically my clean sound. That pedal's always on. Out of the MS3, I come into the Fuzzrocious Backstabber, which I don't really use a lot, but it's an EQ pedal. Very cool, very handy if you need it. And then the end of the signal chain is the Cosmonaut version 2. This is a reverb delay pedal. This is always on. And my main gain sound is all three of these on. Like, I kind of go for more of like a really aggressive classic rock tone, more than like a typical like Doom or Sludge tone. It just, for me, the kind of with the effects, things come through a lot more clearly that way. But I do it using just low gain stacked on top of each other, and that gets me like a high gain tone. So the song we're gonna go through is Recluse. It's off our album To Build a Fire. Going through this one because there's a fair amount going on, but it's not too confusing. So the basic patch on this one is the Distortron, the Saucy Box, the Cosmonaut. And that sounds like this. So the first thing I turn on is actually that riff, and that is the plumes, a reverb, and a flanger. That's for the arpeggiated part, which sounds like this. And then for the lead, I hit this patch, which brings back in the tube screamer, a fuzz, and an octave up effect. The fuzz is actually internal. I use an octave fuzz a lot, but it's just the MS3. That's the only onboard like drive sound I use out of the MS3 is an octave fuzz. So that sounds like this. So then the third patch is actually my saturated delay sound, which I use for the To Build a Fire theme. It sounds like this. And all that like weird sound in the background, that's the Terra delay by Boss. That's a weird delay effect. I can't really describe it. I mean, a lot of the drive sound other than the octave fuzz is all outboard, and then all of the effects and switching are inboard. The last sound I have is in the harmony part of the middle 8. First part that I play is just the basic rhythm sound. It's the... But then the harmony part, I had this really annoying chorus that actually sounds horrible by itself, but it sounds really good in the mix. It makes the part jump a little bit more. right, so about the on all the time reverb. I like reverb a lot, especially in this band, just to add space, but it also lets me be a little sloppy, I'm going to be honest. This reverb in particular sounds enormous in my ears, so you can hear the dry sound. It's a good sound, nice and big, but with the verb, it's just a really wide reverb, so that's why I stick with that one as the on all the time.